Hi, I'm going to show you how to make this purse. I used an eye hook. The pattern is down below. I used medium worsted yarn, the Caron Soft Baby yarn for the cream, Red Heart for the brown. This base is 10 inches by 2.5 inches. The length is 10 inches. The length to handle is 13 inches. You can make it larger or smaller. The base, I used a half double crochet, but you could do single or double crochet. You can make it bigger by going up on the hook size. The base that I did for this pattern is perfect for the rest of the pattern for the puff stitch braid type of stitch. So if you want to go smaller, go down a hook size, larger, go up a hook size. You could even do more increased rounds for a bigger, wider base of the purse. And as far as the rounds for the braided stitch, you can go up as many rounds as you would like if you want it longer. Okay, so let's get started. This is the Caron baby cakes that I used, and then I used Red Heart for the brown, and they both are medium worsted yarn. Okay, I'm going to slip knot onto the hook and show you how to do this with double crochet and half double crochet, but I'm doing this in a half double crochet. So pull over, pull through, and you're going to create your chains. I did a chain count of 25 plus 2. Once you have your chain count, you're going to add your 2, but if it's a double crochet, you can add 3. Now in the third chain from the hook, I'm going to show you how you would just work a double crochet. You grab the yarn, pull through 2 loops, and then pull through 2 loops. But I'm going to do half double crochets. And because it's half double crochet, I'm working it in the second chain from the hook. And then I'm going to work a half double crochet in each chain across until I get to the end. So pull through all 3 loops for a half double crochet. The double crochet makes it bigger and a little bit looser. You can also do this with a single crochet as well. Single crochet, you could also do it from the second chain from the hook. Work this all the way until you get to the end. At the end, I'm going to work 5 half double crochet in the last chain. I'm not going to turn, I'm going to continue on to the next side. You can also do this for double crochets, work 5, and single crochet, work 5. I'm going to work 23 half double crochet until I get to the end. So work your half double crochet in each stitch across until then. In the last stitch, I'm going to work 4 half double crochet. You can always place the video in slow motion if you need to, or pause it. Now slip stitch to complete. Then chain 2 and work 3 half double crochet in the same stitch. Now work a half double crochet for the next 24 stitches until you get close to the end on this one row here. Now work 2 half double crochet in the next 6 stitches. Now work a half double crochet in the next 21 stitches until you get to the end, close to the end. Work 2 half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. Okay, now slip stitch. This round is an additional round if you like to add a bigger base. You don't have to, you can stop here and then start with the puff stitches for the purse. That's what I did, is I started on the puff stitch and stopped. But just to show you one more round for the base for an increase, you're going to add 3 half double crochet. Then you're going to half double crochet 28 more stitches until you get to the end center. So 28 more after the 3 and work your way down. Now you're here after 28 and you're going to work 2 half double crochet, then 1 half double crochet, and then 2, and this is 9 stitches, so 1 and then 2, and I did a stitch marker of 9 stitches, so it's alternating between 1 and 2. So that's 2 and then 1 half double crochet, then 2, and then 1 and then 2. You can use a stitch marker of counting 9 stitches after your 28. And then work 27 half double crochet until you get close to the end. In the last 5 stitches, you're going to work 2 half double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet, and then 2, and then 1, and then 2. And then you're going to slip stitch, and you can keep adding increase rounds, but after this round you're just going to chain 2 and then work half double crochets all the way around. So the last round before the puff stitches, you're going to slip stitch, and then you chain 2, work a half double crochet in the same stitch, and then a half double crochet in each stitch around, and then slip stitch at the end, and then you can start the rounds of puff stitches. Slip stitch in with the new color if you like to add a new color, and then chain 2 and then create the puff stitch. Insert your hook, draw up your loop after you yarn over, so yarn over again, grab the yarn, pull up, do this 3 times. I'm going to do this more times. If this is too fast, you can place your video in slow motion. Yarn over, pull through all loops, and you can pause your video and then chain one, then yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn, drop your loop, then yarn over, insert your hook, drop a loop, yarn over, insert your hook, and drop your loop. This is done 3 times and then a chain one and then 3 times. Then yarn over, pull through all loops on the hook and then chain one. Going to skip 2 stitches and create another puff stitch. So yarn over 3 times again and draw up your loops. And then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook and then chain one. And then repeat that again. And then you're just going to repeat that puff stitch after you skip 2 stitches all the way until you get to the beginning. Now you're going to repeat that until you get back to the beginning and make sure you skip your 2 stitches, pull through, chain one, then slip stitch into that chain 2, slip stitch into the chain 1, and then chain 2, and then just repeat the puff stitch again where you do the 3 pull-ups and then a chain 1 and then another 3 pull-ups again. This is a little bit faster now. You're just repeating a puff stitch right into the chain 1. So chain 1 to get to the next, you're going right into that chain 1 and just stacking them on top of each other. You're going to repeat this again until you get to the beginning. You can do as many rows as you want. I did 13 rounds. You can do as many rounds as you like. You can make this shorter or longer, and you're just going to keep repeating this round until you reach your desired preferred length. Now you're back at the beginning and you're going to slip stitch again, then slip stitch into that chain 1 and just repeat the puff stitches again. You're at the end, you're going to work a single crochet and then 2 single crochet in the chain 1 space, and then 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet, and just repeat that. This is at the very end, just repeat that until you get to the beginning. Okay, now just slip stitch in that last stitch, chain 1 and pull through, and then I'm going to add the other color for the handle part. Okay, slip stitch onto the side here. There's no right or wrong where you place it. Just slip stitch and then chain 1, and then work a half double crochet in the same stitch, and then a half double crochet in each stitch around until you get back to the beginning. Then slip stitch, and then chain 1, then half double crochet in each stitch around again until you get to the beginning. Okay, you're going to slip stitch and start creating the handle. Now you can weave in all of your ends before you get to the handle part. You can do that at the end, or you can do that in the middle. You can just go ahead and work your needle in there to hide all of your ends. So I'm using stitch markers for my handles. On the side, I just folded it to the side and placed a stitch marker and went 10 over, and then went 10 over on both sides, and went ahead and slip stitch in on the side. You could have kept your color from before in there if you liked. So I'm going to slip stitch, chain 1, work a half double crochet until I get to that stitch marker. Half double crochet until you get to the stitch marker. Once you get to the stitch marker, I did a chain of 30. If you like your handle to be larger or smaller, you can go up or down on the chain count, but I just went with 30 altogether. And then once you have your chain of 30, you're going to attach it to the other stitch marker. So just attach it right with the stitch marker across from it, and I'm just going to work a half double crochet. I will work half double crochets until I get to the next stitch marker to create the other handle. Now you're back at the stitch marker for the handle. You're going to chain 30 and then attach it to the other stitch marker. Okay, so now you're just going to half double crochet in the other stitch marker across to create the other handle, then work that half double crochet back to the beginning. Now slip stitch, chain one, work a half double crochet, and then work a half double crochet until you get to the handle. You're going to work a half double crochet in each chain until you get to the other side. This is for the handle. So you go right inside that chain and pull through all 3 loops for the half double crochet. And you're going to work a half double crochet and work it all the way around until you get to the other handle. Okay, now you're going to slip stitch, chain one, work a half double crochet, then work a half double crochet in each stitch around, and this is the last round and it's just half double crochets. Now slip stitch and then pull through and weave in all of your ends and your purse is complete. Okay, so thank you for watching and please subscribe.